What's up, kings and queens? I am Divine. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm so grateful that we have a line. Welcome or welcome back to the monarchy. I'm kind of cold, y'all, so forgive me for being all bundled up, but this is prophetic dreams, okay? So this dream, basically, I had gotten in the car with one of my friends, right? And some like two other guys who like were his friends came and got into the car too, or the other way around, where they were in the car and then I came and got in the car or something like that. And I was like, oh hey, I spoke. I said hey, and they didn't say anything back, and I was like, okay, fine. Um, and then I said to them, or he said to them, my friend, he said to them, he was like, why didn't y'all speak? Like, that's weird. She said, hey, or whatever. That's rude. And they were like, well, we can't really talk to you. Like, we can't talk to you. And I was like, why not? Like, and they were like, well, we just don't understand, what you two have in common. Like, why are you guys like hanging out together or whatever? Like, y'all don't like have anything in common. And me and my friend like looked at each other and we were like, well, we have morals and principles and values and internal character and heart posture and humor and food. Like, we both like, we were kind of giggling because it's like, this is silly. Like, we both were just like listing things, and I was like, just because you're not exactly like someone, or you don't think exactly like them, or your background isn't the same as them, or whatever it is, doesn't mean you don't have anything in common. Like, that's just really ignorant to think. You know what I mean? That just because on paper or in the physical world, like, you guys don't look like you two would hang out, or doesn't look like you two would, be together, or whatever it is, doesn't mean that you don't have anything in common, right? You can have a bunch of things in common that had to do more with your spirit and your internal value than your external look or value, right? And no. And so that was pretty much like the end of the dream, right? And so Holy Spirit was just pointing out to me, one, this was a friend, right? This wasn't like a romantic partner or anything like that. This is one of my friends, right? And he's my friend in real life too, right? And so, one, Holy Spirit was saying, like, the revelation for this he gave me was that, one, you guys have just become friends with somebody, or you are friends with someone, but they have like a kind of like mean group type of thing, where it's like really cliquey in your friend group, or people, like, I feel like you just started being friends with them, or like I said, or you are friends with this group of people, but there's one person that you're like closer to, I guess, or that is closer to you or whatever, right? And they're, please ignore this talk, they're like trying to figure out why you guys are so close, or like why you guys like vibe together, or how, more so how, when on the outside, right, from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like you guys have anything in common, right? And Holy Spirit is saying that this person, right, if you just became friends with this person is elevating their frequency. They're ascending in terms of their spirituality, in terms of their rank in the spirit realm and with God. And so they're about to vibrate out of that friend group, right? And so, but this friend group can kind of feel that, right? This friend group can kind of feel that, like, they're gravitating more towards you. So like they have like this type of like judgmental view of you, where they're like, what's so cool about this person, or what's so, you know what I mean, how do you vibe with this person when we're like this, like, it's really clicky energy in the dream, right? But for others of you, this is your friend group, like, you're actually friends with these people, right, too, but you're just closer to one person, and Holy Spirit is saying the same thing, like the same revelation, where you're about to, you two people, both of you guys are about to vibrate out of that social circle, right? Because you guys are going in a different direction. You guys are drawing closer to God, and these other people are not, and they can sense that, right? They can sense that. And so they're putting on you, they're putting it on you, where they're like, okay, well, what do you guys have in common, or why are you guys so close, or whatever. Which that is how, that's what happens, right? When you start to change your mind, your heart, your spirit, right? When Jesus starts to change you, and your frequency starts to elevate, your spirit starts to elevate, right? You are not going to relate to the people that you used to relate to. You're not going to relate to the things or the places, the situations, the behaviors. Like, you're not going to relate to them anymore, right? And you can either honor that, or you can bring yourself down and stay with what's familiar, right? But I don't feel like that's the case here. For others of you, God is saying this is in a romantic sense as well, right? Where this is a person that you just, like, you guys started off as friends, and now it's becoming something more, right? And so the people around this person, not your friends, but people around this person, they're wondering the same thing. They're like, how or why are you connecting? Like, how, you know what I mean? And they're kind of being rude to you, or mean to you, or just standoffish to you, or they will be, because they're judging, right? They're judging, they're trying to figure out. But also it's kind of like I guess jealousy, but jealousy in the sense where they feel like that you're stealing their friend, which you're not. God is. Right? God is bringing them out of that social circle, because they aren't going where this person is going, right? And so yeah, for some of you, God was saying that it is romantic, where this is someone that you're going to start off being friends with, or you're already friends with them, but it's going to turn into more, or it's just someone who it's going to be a romantic relationship, and their friends are going to act like this. They're going to act weird towards you, because they feel like, maybe you're not your person's typical type, or they just feel like, you're too much for them, or they're too much for you, or whatever it is. They're going to have some type of judgment about why you guys shouldn't be connecting, because you're different in whatever ways. And it's just ignorance, honestly, is what Holy Spirit is saying. And it's not something that you even need to worry about, right? Because these people aren't going to be around. Honestly, they aren't going to be around for long. Like, your person or your friend or you, regardless of like which collective of people you're in, right? Whichever, revelation is for you, these people aren't going to be around for long, because you're vibrating, or your person or your friend, whatever it is vibrating out. God is kind of pulling them out of that social circle, because they can't get to where it is God is trying to bring them, still being around these people, obviously, because who just not speaks to people and is rude and like, oh, what do y'all have in common? Like, who even acts like that, right? Like, not people who are in alignment with God, right? So yes, that's just a heads up, or revelation, if this is what happened to you already. This is what's going on now. So I hope this helps. I hope this heals. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell button if you want to know when I post more, and I'll be back. Deuces.